You're listening to Chillworthy,
a podcast where two best friends discuss mysteries, murders, and anything in between for your enjoyment.
so if you're ready to hear some chilling and unsettling cases, you're in the right place. Happy listening. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Chillworthy with Brent and Talia.
Hi, everybody.
Talia wanted us to make sure we announced, she said make mention, that we're doing a back-to-back.
Right, because there aren't going to be
books, and everyone waits with bated breath to hear about
some
those.
Some people might.
Well, anyway, we don't have that.
Or shows, nothing. Let's think of something else.
I don't have a show.
Right. So let's talk about something else. The weather has been hot. Oh, I know what I want to say. Do you know what a thunderhead, is that what it's called? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. So in that book that I had talked about in the last one called The Storm, and you know, the hurricanes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. No, I don't know what I said. A thunderhead cloud. So like, look at this. Look at this. I was at my hair appointment doing a deep dive on this. Those are the pictures of what a thunderhead is. I don't think I've ever seen one of those in my life, but it's like a major precipitator of extreme weather.
They just look like clouds.
Okay.
To me.
And like thunderstorms. And I have never heard of them. They're mentioned in this book, like I said. I am very fascinated.
One might say they made mention of it.
Right. And I didn't know about this. Never heard of it. Like I said, I don't think I've ever seen one. I don't think it's a thing that's only in like certain states or whatever. Like,
no, I don't think so.
Right. So do you recall seeing one?
No, I don't recall.
Also, a movie was on the other day, A Blast from the Past. I love this movie. Oh, I texted it to you. Now this is stupid to talk about then. Oh. Independence Day. And I said, I don't think you feel one way or the other.
No, I don't care one way or the other.
I freaking loved that movie as a kid. I still love it. I love that movie. It's a goodie. It isn't exactly, but it is. You know what?
Go ahead, what?
I was going to say we're in the season. Actually, two things. We're in the season of where I love to watch Twister.
So I thought you were going to say Jaws.
I was going to say that next. And it's funny that you say that because I was going through my shirts today and I completely forgot about my two Jaws shirts that I've got to start wearing because we're in summer. Yeah. And I forget if I told you this. I think I was with you actually when I bought the shark book. Remember, it had like a really pretty pink and green cover and I was like on the hunt for it. The hardcover, I got it. I was definitely with you.
Okay.
And then I found this other one through Libby called The Shark House. That one takes place in like Hawaii, I want to say. And sharks are just stirring shit up, if you will, in town, which is basically what the other one's about too. So I was thinking I could read one prior to Shark Week, get in the spirit of things, and then the second one I could read during Shark Week. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I know exactly what you're saying.
Or
that's all the time we have today, folks.
Or save one of them for after Shark Week ends because I'm always so sad when it's over. You know what I'm saying with that?
None of this is mysterious to me at all.
Right.
All of it is very easy to understand.
Fine.
All right.
Yeah.
4 minutes in. Here we go.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Right up your alley. You don't like these long, nonsensical rants.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, this case is the strange death of Blair Adams. So this happened in the summer of 1996. A man from Surrey, British Columbia.
Oh.
He started to act like someone was closing in on him. His name was Robert Dennis Blair Adams. Though most people knew him simply as Blair. He was Canadian. He was in his early 30s, and by all accounts, he was not someone who seemed like he was drifting aimlessly through life. He had a job and a family, and he had people who knew him, and he worked as a construction foreman in Surrey, British Columbia. And according to those close to him, he was good at his work, and he seemed to enjoy it. But then something changed. Now, I'm assuming you've never heard of this case.
I haven't.
No. The strange part is not just that Blair became afraid, it's that he seemed to become convinced in a urgent way that someone was after him. He reportedly told people that someone was trying to kill him. He became restless. He stopped sleeping well. His mood shifted. He became erratic. His mother, Sandra Edwards, noticed something was wrong and asked him about it more than once, but Blair would not explain anything to her. According to the Unsolved Mysteries account, because they did this, when she asked what was bothering him, he essentially told her he did not think he should tell her what, quote-unquote, it was.
Oh, like demonic.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. I mean, is a good question, because it's like, was Blair saying he's afraid of a real person? Was he in trouble from something? Did he see something? Did he do something? Did he get involved in something he couldn't escape from? Was he just experiencing paranoia or a mental health crisis? I mean, nobody knows. The most disturbing part of the Blair Adams case is that both possibilities remain open, because within days of telling people he feared for his life, Blair was found dead more than 2,000 miles from home, in a parking lot in Knoxville, Tennessee.
It's very sad.
And the scene where he was found only made the mystery deeper, because Blair's body was discovered the morning of July 11th, 1996, near a motel under construction on Crosswood Boulevard near the Strawberry Plains Road
Sounds
exit.
Nice.
It does.
Now, wait. This hotel was like under construction, like getting renovated, or not open yet, being built to eventually open and start having business?
What a question.
So
I'm not sure, to be honest.
all right. Thank you.
I think either way.
I'm only asking because
Let's hear it.
I was thinking if they were just getting renovated, there could technically still be people staying there in rooms 11 to 17.
86.
Right. And 1 through 10 were the ones getting renovated, or are they not even open for business yet because they're being built?
Well, that burning question we're going to have to save for later. Either way, he was found in the parking lot.
Fine. Well, you know what? If there was a parking lot, it must have been built. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Knoxville, Tennessee. Of course, Tennessee. I have to say this, actually.
Say it.
I mean, I have been, as you know, I always watch tiny home videos every day.
Every day?
Pretty much. It's like ASMR for me.
Wow.
There is this, I don't even know what the community is called, but it is in Tennessee. It's 30 minutes from Pigeon Forge in Gatlinburg. A tiny home community that these people started. They seem like the sweetest people. They have this tiny home community that has 4 different neighborhoods. The Prairie
is one neighborhood.
Yes, which is just like, there's really no trees or anything. They're pretty clustered close together. Then they've got the mountain and the forest and the beach, which is like around a lake. So it's all these different things.
Nice that they offer different like environments within
Yes,
it,
and they are different environments. It's like how Zootopia is.
That's a nice reference.
Like the forest, like you are in the trees. You're not clustered real close together. Like I said, the prairie is very cookie cutter next to each other. But these people are so damn sweet with the way that they go into these people's homes and do these tours and they tell their stories, like how they got there, all of this stuff.
How
it's
they
just
came
so
to
damn
be.
sweet.
Oh, good for them.
And they did a tour of an Airbnb that one person set up in their little community.
You would love to do that.
Yes. Hell yes, I would. And 30 minutes from Gatlinburg, one of my favorite places. Places.
Now, so now the one that's the Airbnb, like you have seen that one. They did a tour. And would you say
It's beautiful.
Like a family of like 4
Excuse
through
me?
6 could stay there?
4 through 6?
Or are we talking 1 to 2?
I would say 4 at the most.
Okay. So you're not like on top of each other.
Well, you're not on top of each other.
But okay.
I would suggest about 2 people stay there.
All right, that's what I asked.
I'm just saying.
Wait.
Yes. So he's found in this parking lot. The scene where he was found only made the mystery deepen because, like I said, he was discovered July 11th, 1996, near a motel under construction. I don't know what's going on with the motel, but it's near the Strawberry Plains exit on Interstate 40 in Knox County, Tennessee. So the Knox County Sheriff's Office states that he was found at approximately 7:13 a.m. He was a Canadian citizen who had left Canada without advance notice to his family or his friends. He was found partially dressed. His valuables were not missing. Money was scattered all around him. He had traveled through multiple cities in a frantic, confusing route that seemed to make no sense to anyone. And although robbery did not appear to be the motive, Blair had clearly suffered a violent death.
Before you get into those details, the fact that he was half clothed with money flittering about in the car makes me think, I don't know.
Prostitution.
Yeah. That's where
No,
my mom...
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was thinking he was like living in his car. Oh. But you have sex on the brain.
Could be.
So now to understand why this case is so haunting, we have to go back to the beginning of Blair's final week. So who was Blair Adams? As I said, he was from Surrey, British Columbia. Again, I know nothing of Canada. I'm so damn fascinated with it.
It's vast.
It's damn vast.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would love to go on one of those Canadian... no, not Canadian. No. Alaskan. Never mind.
Classless. All right. So, like I said, he was a construction foreman. Some accounts said that he worked for his stepfather's construction company and that he had previously worked on a project in Frankfurt, Germany.
Wow.
So there's not a huge amount of publicly available detail about his family demographics, which is something worth being careful about because we know his mother was Sandra Edwards, and she had been quoted in coverage of the case. We know he had family and friends who found his behavior alarming before he left Canada, and we also know that he had struggled with alcohol in the past. But friends and family reportedly said that he had been sober for about 2 years before his death. Some accounts also say that he had recently stopped attending Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, which stood out to people who knew him. He wasn't a child and he wasn't elderly. He was just an adult man in his early 30s working a physically demanding job. Seemed to be a very normal, average life. So because on paper, Blair looked like someone who had, roots and he was, what's that called?
Established?
Yes. I was going to say substantial. Yes, established. But like I said, in early July 1996, he started to behave like someone who had to run away from something. So according to what I saw with the Unsolved Mysteries thing, Blair's behavior became noticeably strange in the summer of 1996. His mother noticed that he was having weird mood swings, he was not sleeping well, something was clearly wrong, but he refused to explain anything to her. Then, on July 5th, 1996, Blair took a drastic step. He withdrew his savings and he emptied his safe deposit box. He reportedly took more than $6,000 in cash. I'd empty my box. It would be a couple of ring dings.
Get out of here.
But that's fine.
Ring dings.
Along with some jewelry, gold and platinum. I might have some quartz. But anyway.
Labradorite.
Right, yes. A Herkimer diamond.
Ho-hos. Isn't that a dessert item?
Well, yeah, so it was a ring ding, isn't it?
That's why I was trying to come up with another one, and I don't know what they're called. Twinkies. What am I thinking of? There's another one that's like a two-parter. What are they called?
I don't know. Devil Dugs?
Maybe, yeah.
Wasn't there one with peanut butter filling?
Yes, they had bones in the name.
Oh, Funny Bones.
Is that what they were called?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love peanut butter, as you know, but I don't think I ever liked them. I don't know if I
That's
ever
all
had
right.
one, to be fair.
Well, fair's fair.
Right.
Anyway, so this detail is important because it's showing that he's not just casually leaving town. Like, he's packing up
There's
stuff.
a plan.
This was not someone impulsively just grabbing a backpack and going on a weekend trip, but he was taking all of his wealth with him: cash, precious metals, jewelry, things that you take when you think you need to kind of survive away from home for a while, like money-wise.
Have things, I was going to say in your reserves, but I guess he dipped into the reserves. Whatever.
He emptied out the reserves, but yes.
Yes.
His first known destination was the United States. So on Sunday, July 7th, Blair, yes, tried to cross into the U.S. remotely through a route from Victoria, British Columbia towards Seattle, Washington, but he was refused entry. Authorities apparently found his behavior and the amount of cash suspicious.
Oh my God, that just made me think of that during COVID TikTok soundbite or whatever you call it. Don't be suspicious.
Oh.
I can never think of how to do it, but you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
I always liked that one, and they always paired it with like well, I'm sure they paired it with tons of things, but I liked the dog ones, or sometimes cat. You know, lurking
You like
about.
what you like.
Right.
Let me see here. Okay, so they didn't let him in because they found him suspicious and about like all the cash that he had. Which, I mean, what's that? Their business. How much money you've got, but
Agreed.
anyway. So
Oh my God, maybe though. Sorry, this just hit me. No, I guess not. I was going to say maybe it's indicative of like to them, how long are you planning on staying? Because you can't just stay indefinitely. Like
well,
there's a problem. I don't know.
Maybe. So apparently the next day he returns to work, but he did not return as if everything was normal. He reportedly showed up to get his paycheck and then he quit. The same day, he purchased an expensive round-trip airline ticket to Frankfurt, Germany. According to that, again, the Unsolved Mysteries account, the ticket cost about $1,600.
The plane ticket?
Mm-hmm. And the flight was supposed to leave the following day. This is where the timeline starts to feel deeply disorganized, because if Blair believed he needed to flee, Germany might have made some sense, but he reportedly had a connection to Frankfurt through his previous construction work.
Right. I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some accounts say that he had also dated a woman there, but Blair never actually took that flight. Instead, the same day he bought the Germany ticket, he was still focused on getting into the United States.
He wasted all of that money.
I don't know if that was his priority. He reportedly went to a friend's house in a panic and said someone was trying to kill him. He wanted to get help getting across the border, and his friend was unable to take him. All right. Then, on Tuesday, July 9th, Blair abandoned the Germany plan. He turned in the tickets, rented a car, and headed back towards the U.S. border. This time, he made it into the United States. He was persistent. But his choices after that only become stranger. He ended up in Seattle, which I'm sure is lovely. From Seattle, instead of staying there, driving south or taking a logical route. Do you say route or route?
I say...
That was already a sound clip from our episode. I'm not actually asking you.
I did find it odd you were asking me that, because what do you care? I have no memory of that being from another episode. What did I say then?
Route.
I said route.
Yes, unless it's on the turnpike. Yes.
8700. That's what I was just going to say now. Isn't that wild?
Wonders never cease. Anyway, okay, so he wanted to take a logical route to somewhere obvious. Blair bought a one-way ticket to Washington, D.C.
Odd. He's all over the map.
I know. So the ticket cost $770. Even though a round-trip ticket would have been much cheaper. Isn't that interesting?
It is.
That is one of those small details that makes people think, like, what the hell's going on here? People in normal circumstances usually do not pay more money for a less flexible ticket unless they're rushed, confused, panicked, or focused on something other than logic. Blair flew from Seattle, Washington to Washington, D.C. He arrived early there on July 10th. Then he rented a vehicle and he drove southwest towards Tennessee. The Knox County Sheriff's Office confirms that Blair flew from Seattle to Washington, D.C. on July 10th. He rented that vehicle and he drove to Knoxville. So why Knoxville? This is one of the biggest unanswered questions in the entire case. Investigators said Blair had no known connection to East Tennessee. He did not appear to know anyone there. He had no reason to be there. He had just crossed a continent, shifting travel plans from going to Germany to the United States, from Seattle to Washington, then Washington to Knoxville.
He wanted to start again.
Well,
I'm being facetious. And I shouldn't be. It's not a joking matter.
We don't know if he wanted to start again.
I suspect.
To disappear because someone was chasing him?
Well,
I don't know.
That's actually not a bad point. You know?
It's the it just makes me it's the kind of route that's like he's very erratic.
Oh, for sure.
It's an
all
escape.
Over the place. Yeah.
So now he arrives in Knoxville. So by the evening of July 10th, he is in East Knox County, Tennessee. The Knox County Sheriff Office says that he stopped at a BP station on Straw Plains Pike. I might have called it Strawberry. I guess it's now just Straw Plains. Strawberry.
I like how it sounds like that.
Straw Plains?
No, strawberry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going back to look. Did I put it the other way? But I don't even know where it is.
Sounds cozy.
No, Strawberry Plains Road exit. Maybe there's a lot of straw things. And you know I like that.
Yeah, that's true. You do.
We haven't talked about hay in a long time, Sidley.
It's not the season.
No, but they're growing it. It's out there.
I have to, well, not yet, because I am excited. Summer has begun, but I need to get my skeleton shirt. What does that thing say that I have? It's like a skeleton.
Bone me.
And no, it does not say something grotesque like that.
Gross.
I assure you. Where the hell did that even come from? Oh my God.
I knew you would hate it. You certainly do.
I did.
Goodness.
It's a skeleton in a pool, and it says some crap like just waiting for Halloween.
Right.
And that's
Oh my God.
story.
You're very offended.
I am.
Straw Plains Pike. So there, he locked himself out of his rental car and he could not find the keys. A tow truck was called and arrangements were made to tow the truck until the rental company could be contacted the next day. The tow truck driver drops Blair off at the Fairfield Inn Motel.
That was very nice. You know, when tow truck drivers, say that 3 times fast, when tow truck drivers. Okay, anyway, I'm always impressed. Go girl. When tow truck drivers do that. I think it's very kind because what's it to them? And I feel like they
What's it to them?
I feel like they normally offer it, but they don't always offer it. Or do they?
I don't know.
I don't
this
either.
is bringing me back to that episode where you thought everybody had a load jack on your car. Every person, every tow truck company knew exactly where you were when they said, "Where are you, ma'am?" And you said, "You don't know where I am?"
Meant that I just thought it was similar to when you call 911. And if that's their business, you would think, I mean, you know what I mean?
No.
Are you
All right, so
okay?
he takes him to the Fairfield Inn Motel. So the gas station incident, similarly, was that, Blair complained that his car would not start. The attendant realized that he had the wrong keys. According to that account, Blair had to go to a different rental vehicle, not the car that he was currently driving.
This does
Very bizarre.
not sound right.
So Blair had moved through multiple vehicles and travel plans in such a short span of time that by the time he reached Knoxville, he was trying to use the wrong key in the wrong car.
This is like an absolute crisis that's going on. I mean, he is all over the place physically.
Sounds
and
panicked, exhausted, stressed.
Right. And that he's not even making sense. Like on the most basic level, he can't keep track of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts, so I guess how could he? But this is very sad.
So after the car was towed, Blair needed a place to stay. As you know, and liked, the tow truck driver dropped him off at the Fairfield Inn. At the hotel, Blair's behavior strangely stood out. What was that? What was that case we had where somebody said the wacko of the week? Horrible.
I don't
It was a
remember.
mother who had disappeared. I remember that. And they called her like the weirdo of the week. That's
I don't
what it
remember
was.
that.
Weirdo.
I thought you were going to say, which I don't even think you've read this book, I guess, but that Simone St. James book, The Sundown Motel.
Ugh.
God, I loved that book.
Boring.
Oh, I loved
Snooze
it.
fest. So there was a hotel employee there. Ticka. Hartsville. Ticca.
All right.
Tic-a-tac-a-toe. Oh, boy. All right.
Did you like to play tic-tac-toe?
I mean, I guess, but how many times can you play such
I
a game?
agree. What about Hangman and a nice placemat when we were growing up? How about that?
That was fine.
Yeah, I liked that. I was
Good.
never, maybe I was decent sometimes. I was decent to not good.
Well, you're nothing but honest.
Right.
So Ticka, she remembers him as nervous, agitated, and paranoid.
That makes me think of Flicka. Isn't that like a horse book or
Yes.
movie? Yeah. Oh.
The hotel security camera showed Blair going in and out of the lobby several times in about an hour before he finally pays for a room.
But what, like literally like walking in, walking
Hubba
out,
wop.
or walking in, talking to them, not really making sense, leaving.
I think what you're describing now. Like paranoid, like checking things out. Probably like that girl in the elevator.
Oh, God, that brought me. I can still see that. That is sad. That was awful. Awful.
So here we've got that man from home, far from home. He's carrying cash, valuables. He's running from something he either knew or he feared. He's standing in a hotel lobby in Tennessee, unable to settle down. He's not committing to just feeling like he's safe, and he just keeps repeatedly going in and out of this lobby. Eventually, though, he rents a room. Now,
Sorry.
yeah.
Can you imagine the people who worked there? They were probably like not necessarily thrilled about him staying there.
I'd
thinking,
say not
this
necessarily.
isn't safe. How's this going to end?
You wouldn't like it.
No.
Although you probably wouldn't care, actually, because it's not your house.
Yeah, true. True. And I will say there's something about this level of decomping that's not frightening. I'm sure to some people it is.
If it was your backyard,
Well,
you'd not like it.
That's true. True. But like, I don't know. I just feel like he was spiraling
Well, of course.
and in like a level of crisis. Like, I don't think things were rooted in reality necessarily. Very, very sad. Sorry. We do not know. I know you said history of, I think, alcoholism. Besides that, there is a mental health history.
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah. And you said family and friends were commenting he had been sober for 2 years.
Yes, but then he just stopped going to Alcoholics Anonymous.
Right. Okay.
Anything else?
No, I don't think.
Now, according to the Knox County Sheriff's Office, investigators believe that he never actually entered it. Like he rented a room, but he never actually went in.
So he just left after paying.
Well, or just, I guess, continued to hang out in the vicinity. So
Parking lot.
Blair pocketed the room key. He walked out the front door. He never comes back in. The last known time he was alive, according to that account, was around 7:37 p.m. on July 10th.
Now, was this business establishment, whatever, the type, like I'm imagining a motel where, you know, typically it's like 2 levels, all separate doors.
Listen,
Just
I don't know. What the hell? What color were the doors?
Just listen.
What did the logo look like? I don't have any clue. Was the parking lot recently paved? What the hell is your point?
You'll hear in a minute. Was it, 2 levels or 3, 2 or 3 with separate or not separate? Well, yeah, separate outdoor entry exit doors, or did he have to go through the lobby and staff would see him for him to be able to get to his room? Like, which the question is very clearly asking.
If you have to say the question is very clearly asking, it's not. So what?
Our staff, what I was originally describing, people are coming and going. There's no staff seeing anything because they have their separate doors on the outside, outdoor doors. But if this is like they have to go in the building, past the lobby, past the staff and the checkout counter thing, they're seeing them come and go. So which was it?
I think they were inside doors.
Oh, I was
rooms.
thinking the opposite.
Because why would the police care if he went out the lobby and never went back in the lobby?
You're right.
Right.
You're right. Yeah.
But thank goodness you asked.
Right, exactly. Paints a picture.
So most people wonder why he didn't go in the room, not how many floors were in this hotel. But again, that's why we have you here to ask those hard-hitting questions.
Apples and oranges.
What color was the carpet? What was the water pressure like? All right, anyway. So most people, they'll wonder why he didn't go into the room.
Fine.
Was he too afraid to stay there? Did he see someone? Did he meet someone outside? Was he lured outside?
Lured.
Lots of things. So whatever happened after Blair walked out of the Fairfield Inn, the next confirmed sighting of him was the next morning, and by then he was deceased.
Are you serious?
The crime scene is what we're going to talk about next. On the morning of July 11th, 1996, Blair Adams was found dead near a motel under construction on Crosswood Boulevard in Knox County.
Now, riddle me this. This whole time, I'm assuming he was found in the Fairfield Inn parking lot, but you're basically saying it was a total other hotel that was under construction.
Yeah, it looks like it, yes.
Interesting. So
fascinating.
Wasn't even on the property of that place.
It doesn't sound that way, yes.
Right. Okay.
So the scene was a parking lot in Knoxville, Tennessee. He was found beaten, half naked, with currency scattered around his body. The money included German, Canadian, and U.S. currency totaling nearly $4,000. His clothing was disturbed in a way that investigators found unusual. His pants were removed, his shoes were off, his shirt was ripped open, his socks were reportedly turned inside out.
Well, he could have done that.
All right. Nearby were valuable items. According to the reports, there was another small pack held approximately $2,000 worth of gold and jewelry. This is one of the reasons robbery has never felt like a satisfying explanation, because he wasn't robbed. The Knox County Sheriff's Office says robbery did not appear to be a motive because everything was still there. But the injuries were brutal. According to the reports, the autopsy found many cuts and abrasions. The police believe some may have come from Blair trying to defend himself. So it wasn't a friend.
Oh my God. Those of you who maybe didn't listen to that episode, which episode was that?
I have no idea.
But defensive wounds were, or defense wounds, how do you say that? Defensive? Defense wounds were part of the episode. And I said there wouldn't be any if your friend or loved one was killing you. And Brent said that if I was trying to kill him one day, he would absolutely be fighting for his life and wound me to stay alive. And that's that for those of you who missed that episode.
Okay, let's see here. He was ultimately killed by a violent blow that ruptured his stomach.
Oh my gosh.
An Associated Press summary republished in 2025 stated that the autopsy determined Blair died from septic shock after being beaten with a fatal blow rupturing his stomach. So that means that Blair may not have died instantly. A ruptured stomach and septic shock suggest a horrifying possibility that he suffered for quite a long period of time after the attack happened. And then there is another disturbing piece of evidence often discussed in the case, a strand of long hair reportedly found in Blair's hand. Some summaries of the investigation identify that as the only physical DNA evidence found at the scene. If that hair truly came from an attacker or someone present during the confrontation, it could be important, but publicly there has been no announced match that has ever been found. The scene raised more questions than it answered. If Blair had been attacked by a stranger, why were his valuables left behind? If he had been followed from Canada, how did someone track him through all of that chaotic travel movements? If this was a mental health crisis, who the hell attacked him? If this was a chance encounter, why did the aftermath look so strange, and why wouldn't you take the jewels? All right. So the investigation. So the investigators were immediately faced with a case that made very little conventional sense. They had a Canadian man dead in Tennessee. They had all of his money still around him and no obvious motive. They had known that he had no local connections and that he was just erratically moving across the country. So the Knox County Sheriff's Office says Blair knew no one in the area and his reason for leaving Canada or where he was headed was completely unknown. So if Blair did have a connection to Knoxville, investigators had to consider whether the danger came with him or was it whether he encountered it after driving. One theory is that Blair was experiencing paranoia or delusions, and his fear of being followed was not based in reality. Under this theory, a frantic decision led him into dangerous situation, perhaps crossing paths with someone violent after leaving the hotel. Another theory that Blair's fear was justified. Perhaps he had been entangled in something dangerous before leaving Canada. Perhaps he had reason to believe someone was after him. Perhaps he was being followed or was trying to evade the real threat. The challenge, though, is that both these theories have some issues, because if Blair was only imagining danger, well, why the hell was he killed? But if someone was truly after him, how did they follow such a chaotic route? From British South Columbia to Seattle to Washington to Knoxville, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, it wouldn't have been easy, I guess, but also, possible. And if that's all they were up to, they had plenty of time to focus. But I guess they also, if you're, following someone like that, you're not communicating unless it was a stranger who was talking to him. I don't know. It's
what?
If you're at an airport and I'm trying to follow you, I could strike up a conversation oh, hey, where you headed? Fancy meeting you here than when we're in town or something, which maybe you would start to suspect weird shit's going on.
Maybe.
But
I thought you meant trucker radios or something.
No, but that reminds me of another episode that came up and you were like, Niners. And I had no idea what you were talking about.
All right. All right, so now we have a third possibility. Blair may have been afraid and unstable, but the person who killed him may not have been the person that he feared. So in other words, his panic may have made him vulnerable to a completely separate danger. Investigators reportedly explored whether the crime could have been sexual in nature because of the state of Blair's body. Some accounts also discuss possible sexual assault indicators through publicly available summaries. Though publicly available summaries do not provide enough detail to actually definitively state that.
Wait a minute. So he could have been sexually assaulted.
Could have.
Well,
because the scene was sexually suggestive, they're saying. Or it was at least staged to look like that.
I didn't think of that.
Hold on. All right. Now, also, there was a reported composite sketch connected to an unknown man. I never understood how those things work. Truly,
sketches.
Yes. Because, come on. What are you supposed to say? If I'm supposed to describe you to somebody...
Yeah.
What the hell do I say? Even if I'm looking at you right now, what am I going to say? She's got eyes?
I think they say, do you recall the shape of the eyes? The color, obviously. What shade of hair?
Yeah, but how many shapes of eyes are you going to name?
I only know or think of almond and round.
Exactly.
Right.
Precisely.
I wonder if when they're doing that, they show you, 7 different types of eyes to say. Some are kind
Like
of
when Blanche put the breasts on the table.
right, exactly. Because I feel like
I was thinking of going with these. Well, they're nice, but do you think black really suits you? So the outcome of the case is just uncertainty, basically. Blair's family was left without answers. Investigators were left with a file full of strange details and no clear suspect. And the public was left with one of those cases that feels almost impossible to categorize. Was it a murder? Was it a random killing? Was it a sexual assault? Was Blair running from a real threat? All these questions go unanswered.
right.
So the most recent public information available is that the Knox County Sheriff's Office continues to list Robert Dennis Blair Adams as a cold case homicide. Their summary states that he was found dead July 1996. I mean, I don't know. That's kind of it. It's just all those questions.
I feel bad for the family. I feel bad for him. I mean, I feel like I've never heard of such a thing. Not that the stomach exploded. What did you say? Rupture. And I've never heard of such a thing. And that, like, in my head, a blow is always to the head. So that's what I was imagining. And then when you said, like,
a throat is often slit from the right to left.
No.
Or whatever.
Left to right.
Oh, excuse me.
Of the right-handedness, you know? So, the stomach rupturing just sounds so horrific. I don't even know what is involved in that. And then what you said in talking about that, how it's certainly not pleasant, and how he most likely suffered for such a long period of time. And in his freaking car, like, just...
I don't think he was in the car, though. They didn't say he was sitting in a car.
Oh, that's how I imagined it.
That's how I imagined it, too, in the beginning. But
so he was just in the parking...
That's what I think,
God.
Yeah.
It's so awful. And, it's not like... I think just what makes this even worse for the family... I mean, I have no idea. I don't mean to speak for them, but all the details that are known leading up to the end are so unsettling and not good at all. It's not like he had a friend in Tennessee he wanted to go visit, and then, like, weird shit happened after he checked into the motel and nobody really knows what happened. He was not good leading up to this. So
that's for damn sure.
Right. So it makes it even more, I'm sure, heart-wrenching for the family that, like, things were not going well prior to, and, like, it just sounds like he was very unsettled and not in his right mind. And, may he rest in peace.
Yes.
And I feel terrible for his family. Very, very sad. This was, I mean, I don't mean to make light of what happened to him, but this was a very good case. Very well done.
Wow. Well, thank you.
Surely. I've said that to you before.
Every time, almost. I always appreciate it.
Right.
So, well, everyone, rumor has it when we tune back in, Talia will be doing her case.
I get it.
So, you can all stay tuned for that.
Right.
But of course, until then,
stay safe
and stay chill.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye. You've just listened to Chillworthy. Thank you for joining us on this latest episode. While we strive to keep our discussions engaging and lighthearted, we also wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the real lives and events that are at the heart of these stories.
We try to approach each topic with a sense of curiosity and respect, fully aware of the impact these events have had on the individuals and their loved ones. Our goal is to honor their memories by keeping their stories alive and shedding light on the mysteries that surround them.
If you enjoyed this episode, please remember to subscribe, rate, and leave a review, and don't forget to join us on the next episode of Chillworthy.